So, today we are gonna review 7 habits of highly effective teens. Today we're just gonna be doing habit number 1. So first of all, let's start with the bare minimum. What is a habit? A habit is a settled or regular tendency. Habits are especially hard to give up. Research suggests it takes about 21 days to form a habit, or give up a habit. However, we are people and it does change for different individuals. 7 Habits of Highly Effective Teens is actually a book written by Sean Covey, and it is essentially a guide to ultimate teen success. And it is my duty and my honor to go over these 7 habits. I don't know why, because I have to, because it's an LA project. Be proactive instead of reactive. Now, what does this necessarily mean? What does reactive and proactive actually mean? Well, it means that instead of overreacting to a situation, you're being proactive. For example, you fail a test. The most common situation in middle school. You fail a test. Happens to the best of us. Now, instead of overreacting and start yelling at your mom and go like, oh, I could have done so much more better. Oh, I suck at math. I can't do it. It's so hard. I'm just gonna drop out of high school and start making rap songs and getting millions of views and just say 2 words over and over. So instead of being overreactive, I suck at math, revise over your test. Look at areas where you have made mistakes. And think of ways that you could have fixed them. Think of ways that you could have, okay, I've done this, I'm not gonna do it anymore. Be open-minded to your decisions and essentially try to fix them. Think of ways that you can improve. Think of things that you could have done differently. Now, you probably heard many people say, forget about the past, think about your future. Revise over your past. You should think about what you have done. You should be open-minded to your thoughts, and you should think, next time when I have a math test or any other test, I'm probably going to plan ahead and make a plan of what I should study and how I'm going to study it. Make sure that you don't repeat those mistakes, because that is the worst thing you can do. The thing about this habit is that we always have a choice. We can either be reactive or proactive. And these situations come in every single day. They're common. For example, another example, you and your friends have a group project for social studies. You're doing your project on the Vietnam War, for example, and your friend didn't do his part. Now, instead of being reactive and going like, oh my gosh, you're so stupid, instead of destroying your friendship, you could be proactive. Alright, okay, he didn't do his part. Well, okay, he is a bit of an idiot. No one likes him anyway. But in this situation, we should probably do this part as a group right now to make sure that we don't fail. Yes, alright, I'm gonna tell him off, be like, hey, Timmy boy, I know, you haven't done your part, and we don't really like that, you should have done something else, but right now, let's just focus on getting a good mark, and at least somehow finish your work and get, higher than a 2 or something. Already, is that you have a choice. You can either be proactive or you can be reactive. You need to have control over yourself. Because the thing with not having control over yourself is that if you don't have control over yourself, someone will. Someone will always be there to tell you what to do, where to go, guide you in life, whether you like it or not. Because if you have control over yourself, you have control over your emotions, over your thoughts, over your beliefs, over your plans, over your future, over your whatever. So just another example. Another example would be you're trying out for a soccer team or basketball or whatever sport you're doing. Let's say I'm trying out for a basketball team and I don't make it, alright? Now, instead of being reactive and going like, oh, I'm so bad at it, I'm never going to do basketball again. It is so stupid, and I'm going to just play chess all day. Nothing against chess, by the way. Now, instead of that, make best of the situation. What does that mean? It is way easier to blame someone instead of take responsibility over what you have done. It's way easier to blame Timmy for your actions. So what have we learned so far. Take control over yourself, over your emotions. Because if you don't, someone else will. And don't let people take control over you, over who you are. Because if you don't, they will. And it kind of just goes in with, kind of just ties in with everything, is that if you have this habit, it's going to be way easier to nail all of them. It's going to be a lot more easier. Since this habit is like the main. It's like the big one. So if you ever want to get something, so if you ever want to achieve your goals and become a top singer or soccer player or whoever you want to be, a professional neurologist or whatever, you have to work for it. You have to work, you have to study, you have to do it yourself. You are responsible for who you are. The good thing about being proactive is that you are responsible and you take responsibility for your choices and what you did. And you don't get mad as easily, you don't go blame people, you don't go lose your friends. It's all about you have done, and you take advantage of your mistakes and you fix them to make sure you don't do them ever again. Now, there are some things that you have control over and some things that you absolutely don't. Some things that you would have control over is normal everyday life situations. Like I said, if you fail a test, if you don't make a soccer team, if your cousin decides to take all your money and buy a Barbie doll with it, whatever it is, you have the power to take control over yourself. And don't think that magically a tooth fairy will come up and make you a multi-million-dollar businessman or something. That won't happen. You have to work for that. If you want to achieve something, you have to work hard for it. You have to learn from your mistakes, you fall, you get back up. It is not up to other people to achieve your goals. It is your goals, you want to achieve them, you go and achieve them. Don't wait for a magical spark to happen, because it won't. Teachers would always go like,
if you learn from your mistakes, you will know what to do next.
That was totally pointless. I don't know why I did that. I don't know why I'm wearing snow. And indeed, they are right. So, to close it all up, now I think that is it. Be proactive instead of reactive.